of damage, but No Tail, same build as last game. He has the clarities as well as, or the tangos as well as the salve. He will sub that up, and there's 2 bounties left.
There is, Liquid will be able to claim theirs up top, but you will imagine that that bottom one will eventually be picked up by OG, so overall getting the 3 of the 4 to start this game off with.
See how these mid creeps, Topson will be able to get the 1-for-1, so he gets that range creep deny as well as securing his range creep. And as well gonna get maybe another 2 denies as well. Oh my god, 3 denies on the first wave there, and he's braced the loser, of course.
Definitely going to be a lane where we are going to have to keep our eyes on, as we could seriously see Topson break ahead significantly of the CS of Weeha's team.
And a very interesting starting item. I don't think I've ever seen that. It's a crown.
I like it.
Mid lane, right?
Was sort of built towards eventually getting what, a Rod of Atos, do you think?
Veil?
No, the Veil, right.
I think Veil is really nice because it gives you that armor that you're lacking as a Pugna when you're playing versus TI.
Yeah, very nice. What were your teammates?
Yep.
The Tiny, the Grimstrokes, a lot of magical to offer when you start making those moves that we know that OG is going to want to do after seeing how they played in game 2.
I mean, it works well with everybody except for the Enchantress, right? Even Void. Your time lock is magical. Sure, that's a very slight, but every little type of application.
He's going to have levels in it, so it's going to hurt.
Yeah. Topson just waiting to try to get all these range. 5 and 6, the 2-1 of Weeha right now.
It's just, I mean, as we're bottom lane.
Kuroki is tanking the. Yeah, he's
should be fine.
Here.
Just doing his job here, trying to make sure that the pressure isn't applied to Miracle.
Yep. I'm mostly gonna be looking at mid, just because I'll be keeping tabs of those range creep denies for us. As the side lanes, we'll be able to get a decent amount of farm on both of those carries on Liquid and OG. But this, the more important thing is that my control is not getting super shut down in this one up top. Unlike the last game where it was just chain deaths for him. From the start of the lane, from pretty much level 1, he died back to back to back.
Obviously, we are be able to get the 2-minute rune. Not really one that's going to help him in the lane, though. Just an invis, not the DD or the illusion that could have maybe helped him get a bit of a catch-up in this matchup. It's Topson just continuing to keep the edge, as this hero matchup is very, very painful to play in the lane. The TA.
Yeah, we just have to be careful how he even controls his side blades, because he just keeps getting all these denies built up onto him there. He'll secure himself one of those range creeps now, but yeah, 8 denies on the Pugna. But bottom we see Sab. He's not able to get the most down here, but he's still putting pressure on. He's got 7 last hits, but look how low he's got Miracle. Actually forcing the salve, and Kuroki has no regen left either. So no regen on either of them. We see also he's gone for the point in the enchant this game. In the laning phase, because you're playing versus Bloodlust, you can be able to dispel that one quite easily, and if he gets an option of a decent creep, works.
I mean, in this lane, is there a chance that Seb can get caught out by a Blade Fury play, or most of the time will Seb just have the heals to stay alive?
He should have more than enough health and more than enough healing. Like the Blade Fury, it's a decent amount of damage if you give enough stuns, but it's just 1 stun from the Fire Blast, which means he's going to be able to get his heal and a Fairy Fire off. So once that heal kicks in, the spin's not enough damage.
He's in top lane. And able to match the free farm of Miracle down bottom. Both carries getting a good start in their safe lanes.
A couple more denies on Ana. He's already actually used an early courier too. I think Topson made the call. He's like, I don't really need the courier too early on, and you guys could have bring you some regen top, and they did. They brought tangos and clarities, and we will see. Helmvine will picked up. He's going straight for that Veil on the Pugna. I mean, it's going to be crazy early how he gets it, because he started with this crown. Very cool approach here coming out from Topson. And look how tanky he is too. 9 armor, when he's next to his tower, he's sitting at 12. So that harassment from Weeha will not be as significant.
Seeing Weeha trying is sort of the best approach he can against the Pugna. Every time the Decrepify is being used to try and closes the gap, gets on top of Topson, forcing Topson to sort of stray a little bit back from the creeps. Pressure down on top, looking for GH. Look at those bashes. Stroke won't hit, so GH will be fine to walk off. Mind control. Turning and beating down onto No Tail. In return, No Tail will have to keep his distance. We'll be able to do so. Mind control, of course, getting good farm up top.
Breaks this out with the gush there.
Mid lane, though, He's been caught out by a bit of a move from Jerax. He's trying to switch the Mango in to go for a Mango refraction play, but that 6 seconds far too long. Jerax setting up for Topson in mid and making sure that mid lane continues to be a nasty place for the Weeha TA to be.
Bounty Rune's going to be spawning as well. Jerax going to try to at least claim 1 for his team here. We'll be able to get 1, we'll be able to get the other one as top.
And Mind Control's able to get behind the tower and get No Tail. Push them away, GH.
Oh, he kills it.
He knows that Ana's got the time war. Doesn't want to let Ana have the chance of going for it. Does mean that Ana has the time to try and turn and chase towards GH. Another gush from Mind Control will be there though. Slows Ana down and GH will be able to walk out alive.
This is where JRX now. This is a really important play here. If he can get this set up and kill Weehaw in the mid lane, Weehaw's actually already getting turned with the Veil. Is it enough? Ooh, he's very close. JRX is already running over.
Weehaw.
He just used the TP to come back mid.
He's going for the walk back.
JRX knows. There's no shrine available top either. It was used already by the side of Liquid.
He's just going to try and get a little bit out of the jungle whilst he has the mana to play around with Refraction and Meld.
There's a glyph available. Topson and JRX are set up. There's a glyph and it's a 5-minute siege wave. So Topson, he's going to look to just take this mid tower here. GH showing up to try to pull the creep aggro. We'll only get the one creep aggro though for now. So this tower, they will be forced to pop glyph to
They can
defend.
turn towards GH. JRX is down that high ground. Fail's going to be out onto GH. Avalanche from JRX is to try and close the gap to Crepify into the life drain. He just gets slowly drained down and out. He'll turn with the stick charge and a Fade Bolt. But GH's fate is sealed. Topson.
JRX is still in the area. He has a toss back. He has a dust too, so he's waiting.
Yeah.
Thought maybe he melded there.
Keeping Weehaw away from the lane, away from any chance of finding farm.
I love this, going for this Veil build on Topson. It's super clever being able to get it so early on. It's just applying so much extra pressure that you normally would not be able to do as a Pugna.
You see, but still JRX just
toying with him.
Stopping Weehaw from getting close. It's going to take a bit of damage. We'll toss Weehaw back into the Ancients. Avalanche as well, and with the Black Dragons beating down on Weehaw, JRX is able to trade a good bit of damage.
Might go down here though. GH is walking over, but in the meantime, Ana, no tail up top.
JRX is going to go for the TP in that spot. They do not see him. Telekinesis was still unavailable, so they wouldn't have been able to catch him anyway. OG, this mid lane tier 1 tower, they're pushing it down. Topson's able to play such a fast pace. This Pugna versus TI matchup that he loves bottom.
Oh my goodness. The neutral creeps actually turned onto him while he was getting impetus. He almost died farming that hard camp.
Well, Topson, he's dragged down the tower, pops and loses the spray out, and TP's out of there. Continuing to toy with Liquid, drawing the attention of 4 members of Liquid towards that mid lane. They don't get him. He's out to safety.
And now Miracle, who he's been having a pretty decent time in that bottom lane, 40 and 6. Enchantress has hit 6. We know what happens when Enchantress hits 6. You get forced out of lane. It's exactly what's happened now to Miracle. And he's pushed to the jungle for the time being. He's going to farm maybe under the tower here. Miracle camping here. He's picking it out. He wants someone to rotate because he has the Omni.
Feeling that could be a chance to find some action mid lane. The Crepify setups there. JRX is prepared with the dust. Weehaw cannot hide in the shadows. They see him every time and the tower goes down. 8 minutes in. Top lane Mind Control getting bashed up by Ana and No-Tail. Another time walk available in a second. Seb running himself away from Kura again into the trees. Gets the heal up, but the Omni Slash from Miracle will secure the kill down bottom. At the same time up top, they find eventually Mind Control's ties as they continue the chase. An off-laner for an off-laner.
And they're spamming the taunts because Miracle, he really wanted to hold on to Omni Slash there. He tried to just get the kill with the spin, but it was not enough damage. They're forced to actually throw the Omni Slash to bring down Seb.
Topson is just able to pull so much attention towards this mid lane now.
Yeah.
He's feeling strong and confident with the brown boots, Windlace and Veil. He can run around, just be such a nuisance.
And the draft panel mentioned how hard of a Tidehunter game it was going to be. He's on a decent start, but now he is completely shut down as mid.
Get the ink spot stun onto Weehaw. GH is there to help out. Another blast. Mind Control heading over. He's only level 4 on the Tide at this point.
I think they thought he was higher level than that. No-Tail throws the silence on him, but it's only level 4 Tide.
They're going to live drain him down. Slows there with a stroke of fate. Will be able to crack his shell off, but JRX with pixel perfect body blocking there. Well, I say that. Miracle's going to come over the blade fear. They punish JRX for it. They do lose Mind Control. Support for an off lane. And you're just seeing Liquid, they're having to bring the whole team to mid lane to deal with the shenanigans of this Pugna.
And immediately Miracle's now going to start getting pressured again too. He's even going to dig in front. He just dug in front of him. They're having way too much fun.
He's feeling it, Topson.
They have Ana free farming top, right? This is a Treads into Midas Void who has pushed the Tidehunter completely out of lane. And like we said, Mind Control, he's 1 in 3.
It's such a nasty combo to Crepify, Phantom Embrace. There is no counter.
There is no counter.
There is no counter.
Well, until later. Then maybe when they get BKBs or something. Yeah.
Oh.
Topson.
Hey, they may have overlooked too far. This time they surround him. Topson will fall finally.
It's not going to get easier.
He's got an inventory. He TP's up top. He's going to look for the set of the toss back. Mind Control still has not got that 6 in the round. But GH has got his own level 6. Jax is going to look to set up on him instead. They'll throw it back into the chrono, catching the two of them. OG, they just can't help themselves. They can't stop making plays.
You can just tell how much fun they're having in the game. Spamming the chat wheel, spamming the losers, running around making kills happen, and not stopping. Again, Topson is what we saw them doing in the last game too. Just looking around, running around. Where's Weehaw is the question. That's who they want, and they know he's just going to back up in jungle. This is getting pretty out of control already, a 5K advantage, and they're finding Miracle. Topson is going to get stunned up.
And Miracle, he's got the blade during the Omni Slash to play around with. Soulbline's going to look the two of them down together as No-Tails looking to turn, moves in with the Eagle inside of the Ravage comes out, but they've already lost the two of them. They'll get No-Tail in response. But now OG, they can turn and collapse onto mind control surrounding the tide. Jarex and Topson said they're not going to stop chasing this. A trap slot will come out. It doesn't matter. Topson, another decrepify blast, secures him the triple kill.
He's going for another.
They're not done yet, OG. He's got the Dominic swell. They'll keep their distance. Jarex closes the gap. GH is enchanted, taken out. Just a kill for Topson. 11 minutes in. There is nothing that could stop this man.
This is just getting so out of control. It's just, look at the net worths. They almost have 4 of the 5 top net worths in the game. Miracle has no place to go in the game. He's running around trying to salvage the problems that are happening absolutely everywhere in the game because he's level 7 is Jug. But look at this hero damage. It's 12 minutes in and he has 10,000 hero damage.
Absolutely. You know, this is just numbers that are unheard of this early on in the game. The Topson Pugna, I mean, they took their chances, right, as we said in the draft.
Pick your poison.
But ban the Monkey King. The Topson Pugna was always going to be left in. They've got to kill him. They've got to do something about it. They'll surround him. They've got the Blade Fury. They have got the stun. Topson falling low from the stick charge. Trying to stab the light trap, but they kill him off. Big kill here for Liquid. Can they get more? The rest of OG have turned up. The focus down Miracle. Anna, he's coming in with the wraparound, and Anna, he's nearly got the Chronosphere back online. Liquid have to be a little careful how they approach this. Jarex forcing Weehaw away from the rest of his team. Miracle, he's trying to run. Chrono's going to be back up in 5 seconds. Quick tread switch and a time walk fall from Anna allows him to close the gap. If he wants to pop the Chrono for this, he will the 3 heroes. He's thinking about it. The Shrine has been used. They're healing up. Anna trying to find the perfect angle. No-Tails coming in with the wraparound. Mind control back in. No Ravage though. Toss over, keeping them bunched together. Anna, he's still trying to see if he can find that perfect opportunity. He may not even need it. The Phantom Embrace. It's on mind control. The output of the damage from Seb's impetus is too much for mind control to withstand. There's the cat. They'll get Miracle separated. He's shot down, silenced up. He did get the Blade Fury on, but the sole mind control with the impetus is far too much for him to deal with. As OG.
Oh my god, they keep looking for more.
They're just giving us the repeat of game 2.
In the same exact area, at the same exact time too. It's like 12 minutes in. 10 heroes gathered around the Ancients areas. Weehaw's like, okay, well, I can't really fight this. I have to find my own time. Weehaw's actually going to go for a Blink Dagger to try to match and be able to fight and be able to respond to OG's aggression.
Look at the drag. Onto Jarex with that telekinesis, but again, OG, they just have the numbers here. Liquid are not ready to take these fights.
This is just an absolute dismantling coming up from OG. They're not giving them any room at all. And it's not this time like they have all these long duration ultimates. They're just punishing them for everything. The Jug pick, he's not really farming at all. Weehaw either. Everybody on the side of OG is farming perfectly fine. And they have minuses.
Miracle. He walks into lane. He nearly dies immediately to the combo. Topson again, let's right with him. Jarex takes him out. Mind control, pops the Ravage. Have they got the damage to finish these two off? Topson's still alive. He's able to back off, but now again, the rest of OG's turned up. Seb's in the neighborhood. Toss over for Jarex. Kuro and GH being focused. The X-Well on Jarex. Does it hit Kuro? It doesn't matter. No-Tail has the stroke of fate, and it's enough alone. As it's now a 10k lead, 3 dead on Liquid, so again, OG will be able to reset, get those bounty runes if they want. They may just keep the pressure on Anna down bottom.
Saying before, he's trying to make up for the fact that they have nobody else who can really match this fighting pace of OG, but it's a TA into a tough draft that he's against. They expect this Templar Assassin to be coming out, and they've been countering it time and time again, and all these heroes just deal with it incredibly well.
I mean, sorry, who do you go on as this TA? There's an Untouchable Enchantress, there's a Pugna with Decrepify, there's a Void with Time Walk, there's Phantom Embraces, they just have all the answers, OG.
And OG's, look, Ana is pushing bottom by himself, while in the mid lane, they're taking that tower as well. Weehaw is jungling the enemy jungle. This has gotten completely out of hand. OG just it looks like they have Liquid's notebook and they're just looking through and they're like, oh, this is where they're going to be next. This is what they're going to do next. They just have a perfect read of what Liquid's trying to do in the game.
And Dagger and Topson now on top of her. Of course, there's already very stacked item build of Veil and Ether Lens.
They might just
17 minutes in.
Topson's just going to start poking high ground. He's got an Arcane Rune with his Nether Blasts. He's got the Aether Lens, yeah, like you said. And yeah, tier 3s are going to start getting poked 17 minutes. We are nearly approaching a 1,000 gold per minute lead to the side of OG with this type of draft.
Liquid, they're going to try their best to push this away. OG, they have Chronosphere.
Liquid's wrapping around. They've got a smoke. They've got the Ravage.
Top tower is under attack.
Can they catch OG here? Jerax is the one standing up toward the front lines, waiting to see if something does happen. Tower's already dead. They're already working on their axes.
And if Liquid's gonna make a move, they're gonna make it soon, but they're not gonna get the chance to. Jerax jumps in on top of Mind Control. Phantom Embrace upon him. No chance for a Ravage, but he's back immediately.
They know the only way that they can get caught is if it's from a wraparound. Jerax just waiting there in position. They even have an Ops. They even put down a Sentry to take out Liquid's vision too. Liquid has no vision of these backlines now.
Radiant's bottom barracks are under
They're taking the Rats. 18 minutes in.
My God. This is unbelievable.
2 games in a row, but OG is just giving us the showcase of their lifetime.
Are under attack.
It's been like 6 or 7 minutes since Liquid has been able to even find a kill. And it's been GH just out of GH has been the one getting them, but it's not even these big ones because, like we said, they can't even get aggressive onto the map at all. As Sav just continues to stand in the base. He's a bit far forward here.
But you get the multicast. Anna's going to come in with a backup. They might keep the Sav safe. They'll pop their Ravage. They're trying to get on top of at least someone. They'll find Nodes out. Anna's surrounded. He's still handling. He gets the 3 of them. Topson's able to turn with the live train. Mind Control falls back into the corner, making it a beautiful 4-0. Double kill for Topson. He'll start to run them down one by one, pushing Liquid back towards the fountain. Mind Control. It's a dieback effectively. No buyback available. Still on cooldown for 6 minutes.
They're just playing on a totally another level right now. The way they're taking the fight, the 99% right now. So only a 1% right now for Liquid. It does feel like that as well.
They get the play field off in time. Anna!
They actually get it
down. We have to get in with the Blink Mail. And they get more out of this no-tail. Will pick up the rune, has Topson by his side, but Liquid they're chasing. They'll look to move on to the high ground, turn around there. Jerax with the combo, the healing wall. It's not enough to keep Miracle alive. Miracle's dead for over a minute as OG. They can now go back to chasing for more. GH tries for the TP out. Seb finds him. Doesn't get enough damage in time. GH will escape. Decrepify's there. Liquid, they do get in. Take down a second as they'll find no-tail with the top back. Avalanche to Jerax. Catches the 2 of them. He's got the invis. They don't have detection. They've got AoE. We are
soon with the refraction.
They will let him be. He's going to be able to blink, or is he? He's not going to be able to blink. He's not going to be able to blink. Topson is the pinnacle of the Dota 2 mid player.
Especially for the carry player. Any carry looks at this and like, wow, I wish my mid player would go around killing everybody every 5 seconds. It's looking pretty out of control here as it's a 19,000 gold lead and they just keep this aggression. Liquid just can't even get their lanes pushed out in this game.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
All stacked up outside the base. OG keeping them trapped inside of there. They have everything ready. They have all their tools available to fight.
They've got a rod of Exos on set now as well. Find control, find the jump in with the Ravage. We have it as well. Do they have the damage out? Time they do. They kill on Topson. There's a lot of money going away in Kuroki though. Can they get more out of this Omni Slash? Bouncing around Jerax. A buyback comes out for Topson. He wants to rejoin the fight. As OG turns, they'll get one. There's the setup again. The 3-man chrono catches them all. Double kill for Anna. The Topson disable. Taking down Miracle. The Phantom embraces on Kuro. They chase him up to the base. Triple kill for Anna. 2 buybacks to come out from Liquid. But no Tide or Juggernaut available to offer their services for this defense.
And they've already used everything. The Tidehunter Ravage, Jug Omni. I actually think Mind Control may have sold some of his items just to be able to purchase that Blink Dagger for the fight. And even then, they can't outcome. They can't even come close to coming out ahead of it.
I mean, they got Topson.
They got him, but he's back.
That was it. They'll get another jump in. Mind Control trying to commit. Jerax returns with the tossed avalanche combo. Mind Control out of the game once more. We are trying to jump in, find at least Topson, but he's not going to get it. OG surround him, outnumber them, a toss-up, back to the grave. GH is dead, GG is called. OG take game 3, and Derek can say even in a more devastating fashion than game 2. It didn't look like it could get any worse for Liquid after that second game, but I think it just did.
I think they have to find a different type of draft. I don't think the Tide Hunter plus the Templar Assassin can work when you're playing versus OG. They seem to just know exactly what they want to do versus it. With this Grimstroke, even with this Pugna, even with the Enchantress as well, I think you have to find something else for Liquid here. Otherwise, we could just have another replay in the next one. OG just seem to know exactly how